Nathan Kane is about to do something completely insane. He's standing face to face with armed criminals, bleeding from multiple injuries and smiling. Not because he's brave, not because he's crazy, but because he literally can't feel pain. And that strange condition is about to drag him into a nightmare he never saw coming. What starts as an ordinary day quickly turns into a deadly bank robbery. Guns are drawn, customers panic, and before Nathan can even process what's happening, the woman he's fallen for is dragged away by the criminals. At least, that's what he thinks. And that's where everything changes. Nathan has spent his entire life avoiding danger. Since birth, he has suffered from a rare condition that prevents him from feeling physical pain. A simple injury could kill him without warning. So while everyone else takes risks, Nathan lives carefully and quietly, especially when it comes to relationships. But recently, something finally changed. His co-worker Sherry entered his life. She's confident, charming, and somehow manages to pull Nathan out of his shell. For the first time in years, he feels like his life might actually be going somewhere. Unfortunately, that happiness doesn't last long. The bank is suddenly attacked by a violent group of robbers. Within minutes, the entire building is under their control. And during the chaos, Sherry disappears with them. Nathan believes she's been kidnapped. The police tell him to stay out of it, but he refuses. Because if nobody else is going after her, he will. What happens next should be impossible. Nathan launches himself into a dangerous pursuit, despite having no combat training and no real plan. But he does have one advantage. Pain can't stop him. When normal people would collapse, Nathan keeps moving. He crashes through obstacles, takes brutal hits, endures injuries that would send anyone else straight to the hospital. And every time it seems like he's finally reached his limit, he keeps going. But there's a problem. The deeper Nathan gets into the chase, the stranger everything becomes.
Let her go, and you get the hell out of here.
For you?
Small details don't add up. Certain conversations seem suspicious. And slowly, a terrifying truth begins to emerge. Sherry may not be a victim at all. Nathan desperately searches for answers. Then he discovers something that completely shatters his reality. Sherry was involved from the beginning.
She's my sister. She played you, man.
She wasn't randomly taken during the robbery. She was connected to the criminals. Even worse, her relationship with Nathan started because the gang needed access to the bank's vault. Nathan wasn't chosen because she loved him. He was chosen because he was useful. And that betrayal hits harder than any injury ever could. But the story isn't that simple. Because while Sherry originally approached Nathan with selfish intentions, something unexpected happened. She actually fell in love with him. Now she's trapped between her feelings for Nathan and the dangerous criminals she helped. And those criminals aren't planning to let anyone walk away. Especially her. The final confrontation becomes a brutal fight for survival. Nathan pushes his body beyond every limit. Bones break. Injuries pile up. His condition allows him to keep fighting, but there's a hidden danger. Just because he can't feel pain doesn't mean his body isn't being destroyed. Every second brings him closer to collapse. But Nathan has come too far to quit. Not now. Not after everything he's learned. Not after everything he's lost. In one final desperate effort, Nathan manages to overpower Simon and bring the nightmare to an end. The criminals are defeated. Lives are saved. And Sherry survives. But the victory comes with a cost. Nathan's body is left devastated from the punishment it endured. He barely makes it out alive. Afterward, he spends months recovering while authorities sort through the aftermath of the robbery. Because of the lives he saved, Nathan receives leniency despite the chaos he caused during his rescue mission. As for Sherry, she must face the consequences of her role in the crime. A year later, Nathan visits her in prison. Their relationship has been tested by lies, betrayal, and violence. Yet somehow it survived. And as they sit together, looking toward an uncertain future, one thing becomes clear. The greatest risk Nathan ever took wasn't fighting criminals. It was choosing to trust someone after having every reason not to. And this time, that risk might actually be worth it.